his love interest in this movie, we could probably pair him up with Mackenzie Davis. Maybe.
Well, I was gonna say the abusive father is easily gonna be Scoot McNairy. Drive-By Movies here with another episode of Sequeled. My name is James.
My name is Liz.
This week I am tackling... Are you even daring me to do this? Who dared me to do this? Yeah. And this is the sequel nobody's asking for, but that's what we're here for, guys. This is what the show Sequeled all about. What would I do seriously for The Sixth Sense?
Is anyone there?
Look out! Please make them leave.
I'm working on it.
How am I going to make a legit sequel to this movie that no one's asking a sequel for? Well, M. Night Shyamalan is probably going to give it to us anyways. So
He made Unbreakable too. Let's go on Sixth Sense too.
But all right, so this is our synopsis. If he already did Unbreakable 2. He did also Split 2, which is also technically Unbreakable 2. Split was already Unbreakable 2, essentially. I don't know. I still never saw it.
He kind of made Unbreakable 3 with Glass.
Yeah.
I feel like
I never got to see it, and everyone was like stoked for it, but apparently it bombed. Nobody really liked it. I still haven't seen it yet. Are we gonna get a Signs Part 2? Maybe. I don't know. Aliens can come back bigger and better than ever. I mean, that's what they did with Independence Day Resurgence. But what would you do with the Sixth Sense sequel? I mean, of course, if this was legitimate, like M. Night would probably come back and start writing it. But this is what, if I was his writing partner with this movie, this is what I'd come up with him. And I feel like this is probably the direction he would go in. Who are we bringing back? Not Bruce Willis. Already, I feel like I'm starting off with a weird one. Yeah. I mean, Bruce Willis is a central great character, but like, I felt like, I mean, the whole point of the film was Haley Joel Osment's trying to help people and help them move on with their lives after, dealing with the past and the death that they can't cope with. It's a really great movie. I feel like that, it's a good movie to deal with death at a young age. Like a lot of us, our first experience with death is like a dead goldfish or something like that. And I feel like this is, even though it's a scary movie, like I saw it when I was young. I assume you saw it when you were young also, right? Did you ever see this movie? Oh, you have not seen
I have not seen it. So, but everyone, you got it spoiled for me. And that honestly made me just drag my feet into watching it. I've watched the first, I think, hour, to be honest. Okay. So I've just never finished it because it's sad when someone spoils it for you and you're like, dude, I don't know the ending. Yeah,
that's how I felt. I enjoyed Fight Club, but I would have loved it a lot more if I didn't know the ending. Sixth Sense, I already knew that he was dead already also. Yeah. I remember trying to watch it as a kid. I think it came out in 1999. Sorry if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I was 9 years old when it came out. It was too scary for me to watch. I tried to watch it. My parents did actually allow me to watch it, but I didn't get around to watching it until a couple years later. And it was tolerable, but it still freaked me out. And that's what I loved about M. Night Shyamalan movies. He made movies that I felt like families could watch, but there's a lot of interesting life lessons in them, essentially. Like some religious, you could say, I don't like that message, but but The Sixth Sense, I thought, dealt with coping with death pretty well. And I thought in that sense, it was good for me to watch at a young age and stuff. So Bruce Willis, he finds out that he's dead at the end of the movie and his story kind of just ends. He's able to move on. And I'm not sure if he turned into just one with the wind or became one with the force or whatever. I don't remember the exact ending.
Disappeared into the nether.
Yeah. I just remember he's just able to move on essentially. And that was what Haley Joel Osment, he was just too scared to do. He's a little kid seeing dead people. How do you do that? And then eventually started to get better at it. So it's him grown up. Haley Joel Osment is full grown adult. He's still acting he's been actually pretty funny. We've mainly seen him in comedic roles. He was annoying in Entourage. Did you see the Entourage movie?
Yeah.
He plays he plays just some rich guy's son, and he's out to get Vincent Chase because Vincent Chase is dating an actress that he wanted to have sex with.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's the most misogynistic movie ever.
And then he plays a jerk also in Silicon Valley where he kind of backstabs everyone. He and then I want to see, and then also he kind of steals Justin Long's girlfriend in Tusk. I want to see him likable again. And Haley Joel
Yeah.
Osment is a national treasure.
So I got an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wait,
what
you're not even letting me get into my plot. Sorry, I'm.
so this is the new era of sequel.
Yeah.
I don't even let you finish.
Yeah, I'm doing foreplay. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a really big player of foreplay. Shout out to my girlfriend.
Okay, no. What if I'm just gonna guess he's a psychic?
No, I mean
He's a savant, like, or not savant. Sorry, somnambulist. No, I think that's the wrong word.
Yeah.
He uses his powers of being able to like see sixth sense. He becomes a psychic. I think that's a good idea for his job. I'll just throw that out there. You could take it with what you
See,
please.
that was something I was toying with the idea. I didn't see Dr. Sleep, but I know that Dr. Sleep had to deal with multiple people. And so even though I haven't seen Dr. Sleep, this is where my idea is kind of inspired from, but I don't feel like I'm ripping it off because I never saw it. I just wanted the idea of other people with this sixth sense out there also.
Yeah.
So it is a movie where essentially Haley Joel Osment is kind of the Bruce Willis character. Bruce Willis's character is done. I felt like there was just nowhere to go with it. His story had a beginning, middle, and end, and I thought it was very well done. Haley Joel Osment is stuck with this power for the rest of his life. So how do you do that? You're helping other people find out, like, move on from being dead.
Yeah.
But how do you help someone who develops this and doesn't know to go through it? So a movie I thought was just eventually comes into contact with a little girl, and she's horrified by this and stuff. And some of the more interesting aspects I thought of The Sixth Sense was when Haley Joel Osment is abused by a ghost he lives with, essentially. And it's like, well, actually, some of the dead people find him, but he gets abused at certain points, and like his mom is taking the blame for it, which is scary. So I wanted to develop a story where he's helping a girl where she doesn't know how to handle this power and stuff. Like, she's really young. She's scared of all these ghosts that are like talking to her and that she's seen. But also in the midst of it, she has an abusive father also that like he's trying to help her with too, and doesn't know how to like solve that. And so I thought like M. Night Shyamalan usually tackles those kind of themes pretty well. And that's like where most of the drama and conflict is going to be, because I don't want it to be a rehash of like just trying to help a little kid not be afraid and trying to help others, but also just trying to deal with like the double like this like power, like essentially the power, but also your actual demons that you have to live with.
So he's a child psychologist, you'd say?
I'd say so. Like kind of Bruce Willis was that. That was his job. Well, he was like a psychologist, but also helped out children, I remember.
Yeah.
And so that's what Haley Joel Osment is. He's not at all built for this, and at times he's going to struggle with it. Like I see him kind of married. He is open with his wife about this and stuff. Maybe that's how they met. That's what I was thinking, essentially. Like he met through helping her or something cope with the loss of a loved one, and he doesn't know like how to help this little girl or stuff because he doesn't have kids and never planned to.
So I'm thinking for the like his love interest in this movie, we could probably pair him up with Mackenzie Davis. Maybe.
Well, I was gonna say the abusive father is easily gonna be Scoot McNairy. No, I'm not saying Scoot McNairy has that like role in him. Just if you're new to the show, just like I always want Scoot McNairy and Mackenzie Davis in every movie ever. Yeah.
Okay. Something I did think of though is maybe the mother of the young girl that he's looking after, or coming to him because he's a child psychologist. Maybe they've passed away and they are a ghost in the afterlife, not like a bad ghost, but just one that's around, and that's how he gets the tip on like, oh, I need to help this person because she's showing signs that they have there's an abusive father in the mix.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, so
because I was just thinking, how is his sixth sense apply in this film with just what you've told me?
Yeah, mainly I wanted the girl to be the focus of the sixth sense and the scares of the movie, essentially. But like Haley Joel Osment's mainly like taking it back. Like he's able to talk with the ghosts with her, essentially. So I thought that would make it somewhat interesting, because Bruce Willis is never able to see these dead people. He thinks the kid might be making it up at one point, I think, but he's always there with it, is able to converse with the ghosts with her. And then like he might like also be like, leave her alone, talk to me and stuff during some of the creepier moments. But just then there's this like horrifying dad who says like, what the hell are you doing with my kid and stuff? And just like, why you keep coming around? And there's like all that, and just like a lot of drama going in. I don't know really where I'd go to resolve it and stuff, but like hopefully M. Night Shyamalan will help me figure that out with me, or you. Yeah.
The twist is the mom was like there all along. Like maybe you don't even have any illusion to be there being a mother. It's just a single father. He's abusive, and like you don't even think about the mother. But then like the ending is like, oh, the mother was like a ghost that tipped Haley Joel Osment off to like the fact that she also has the sixth sense.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah,
It's not a crazy twist, but it's like a cool twist. So like, oh, like like the mother's still watching after the daughter her whole
to get
time
the dad finally,
and did help, you know,
taken away and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I eventually imagine though, just like Haley Joel Osment, like he's always been afraid to have a kid essentially just because he's scared to pass on this like hereditary power that he might have. But you know, maybe he just learns to adopt this girl that like he essentially like saves essentially, or him and his like wife essentially. Yeah.
And then maybe they're gonna now have a kid since he realizes that he can walk someone through having this ability. He's not scared to have his own kid because you know everyone's still like they'll adopt, but they might still want their own kid later down the road. So you could allude to that even.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it with the Sixth Sense, like part 2. I don't know if we'd call it the Seventh Sense or the Little Sense or the littler Sixth Sense.
Okay, well, you took every sweet thing we made about the movie, aside from me joking about the psychic bit in the beginning, and just threw that all away. The Little Sense. Yeah. No, I think Sixth Sense 2, you got to just go classic because you can even go with the TOO for shits and gigs, Sixth Sense 2, because, you know, it's somebody else that has the Sixth Sense in this film.
Or just do the Quiet Place part 2. Like, oh no, we always intended a second part. Yeah. I love when movies said like, I'll never forget the Hangover when Hangover 2 got announced. Like, obviously that we were originally planned to do a trilogy. Like when we first started, I was like, what? You planned a trilogy with the Hangover franchise?
You could also have a cool tagline with 6, like helping you through your life in the afterlife.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's his business card. Helps out people.
He gives to ghosts, he hands out.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully you didn't. I mean, if you haven't seen The Sixth Sense, go check it out. Like,
who hasn't seen it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. But hopefully you liked my idea. That's going to conclude this week's episode of Sequeled. If you haven't seen The Sixth Sense, as I was saying, check it out. That's the best way to help us out. You can watch it through our Amazon affiliate link in the description box below.
Go ahead and comment on this video, make fun of me about not seeing the original Sixth Sense. Let us know what you thought about the sequel to The Sixth Sense right here on Sequeled, and then also hit that subscription button and click the notification bell to get all of our latest updates.
Drive-By Movies concluding this week's episode. Be sure to tune in next week for another new video. Cheers.